Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm gonna set you there. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through the ratings on all the e.l.f. products. I noticed that I forgot a product when I was doing this yesterday. So the product I forgot is what I'm gonna start with next week. Alright, so out of the 4 sunscreen products I have, this is the rating. So in last place on this rating is the e.l.f. All Set for Sun sunscreen setting spray. So I'm going to talk about the pros first, and then I'll talk about the cons. So I like how it, as you can hear, it has a bead ball in it, like the other setting spray. I like how it actually sets the makeup and it gives you more sun protection with everything else underneath. The only thing I don't like about this is the strong sunscreen smell that you get when you spray this. If it doesn't bother you, then this would be a good product. It bothers me because I am sensitive to scent. I have always been sensitive to scent. So yeah, that's my rating for that. In third place, we have the e.l.f. Suntouchable Invisible Sunscreen. This is the blurring primer. So again, I'm going to talk about the pros with this. It is very blurring. Like with this, this with another blurring primer on top, it works and it's very nice. It says to reapply every 2 hours. I'm not doing that because of the fact that I wear makeup on top, so I'm not going to apply every 2 hours on top of makeup and just break up my makeup. So, the only con I have is this has a greasy feeling when you're applying it. It feels greasy, but after it dries down, it's fine. So it's just that initial. Next is the e.l.f. Suntouchable Wow Glow SPF 30. I forgot to say how much this is. This is SPF 35. SPF 30. This is nice. I do love the glow on it. The Sunbeam shade, it works for me. I love that it's a makeup primer and sun protection, so you get 2 in 1, especially for travel. If you don't want to take all the products, you can just use this. It's just if you don't blend this out and you put too much, the glow can be too intense, especially if you put glowy products on top. So just be careful. And in the number 1 spot for sunscreen is the e.l.f. Suntouchable Invisistick SPF 50. The pros is it does not have a sunscreen scent like the other 3 do. That's another con. All of them have the scent to it. This does not have the sunscreen smell as far as I can tell. It's easy to apply. It's great for travel too. You just twist it up, apply it, blend it out, and go. or if you're not wearing any makeup, this would be good for if you're not wearing any makeup too. Again, and it says how to use on the back. It doesn't even talk about being a thing for makeup, but it works well with makeup too. And it says to again, these all say to reapply every 2 hours. I'm not doing that. That's just too much work for what it's worth. And if I am wearing makeup with this, I don't want to break up my makeup. It's not greasy on the face as far as I can tell, but I have pretty oily skin, so it's hard to tell. Especially in the T-zone. But this works. So, let me get all my primers out. 2, 3. This is it, but I just gotta look one more time. Okay, I guess not. Alright, so in last place for the primer portion is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It does have one pro. It did create a semi-matte base, but I would rather go with a mattifying primer. But as far as the blurring part, it did not do anything. It had the strong silicone smell. And again, I'm sensitive to smell. I can't stand my makeup products smelling bad. If it's a good smell, I don't care, or if it doesn't smell at all. But yeah, again, I'm gonna try it longer. And I also made the decision yesterday that when I do use up products, my e.l.f. products, it's just gonna go in its own zip-up baggie and get put up for when I do try everything from e.l.f. I have everything, even though it's used up, and then I'll go into my empties. In 12th place, so there's 13 primers altogether, including the eyeshadow primer, is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. This does work. Like, it works. My blemishes, the pimples and whiteheads and blackheads that I had on my face, it works. It definitely works as an acne treatment. The only problem I have is the strong salicylic acid smell, which is what is in this to help with the pimples and stuff. So it just, because of the smell, but it works. So I could probably get over the smell just because it actually works. Next up is, in 11th place, is the Luminous Putty Primer. The only reason being, it's just a straight up glitter primer, a luminous primer. And if I'm going for a luminous primer, I'm going to either go for the e.l.f. Wow Glow or the e.l.f. Halo Glow, because those are less glowy than this. The glow on it is beautiful. I am going to say that. It is a beautiful glow. It's just not my favorite. I could probably make it work as I try it. In 10th place is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. It has a nice feel. It doesn't have a scent. It doesn't blur the redness as I feel like it should, being a green primer. I gotta get my charger over here. I'll be right back. Alright, my phone's plugged in now. It's not gonna die on us. So, I have the tone adjusting. I believe the color corrector itself works better than this. But that is just my opinion. Okay. Now, in 9th place is the regular Poreless Putty. When compared to the liquid Poreless Putty, this is just not blurring enough. It's silky. It is smoothing, but it's not that smoothing. So. I'm gonna leave that out. Alright. In 8th place for now is the e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. And as far as I can tell for now, this is not. It's just a cooling primer stick. There's no really benefits to it, besides the fact that my makeup lasts longer. But any primer is going to do that. So, it's nice. It is cooling. I don't see any benefits from it yet. In 7th place is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. For the fact that it's just a mattifying primer, it's not blurring. But it is nice as a mattifying primer. I feel like I would go for the Power Grip Matte more than this, just because they're the same price. A, they're the same price. And B, that has more benefits. It's gripping and mattifying. So I know what I want in my collection, is pretty much what I'm saying. In 6th place is the e.l.f. Velvet Finish Face Primer. So this is blurring, especially on top of the sunscreen. This is the primer I had on top of the sunscreen that made it really blurring. It doesn't have a scent. It is very velvety. Like, it doesn't have that silicone feel. It's a velvet feel. Just, again, compared to the liquid Poreless Putty, this is still not blurring enough, but it's better than the Poreless face primer. In 5th place is the e.l.f. Lock It Down eyeshadow primer. Yes, I put this in the primer category. Just because for some reason, I don't know if it's just a natural thing that happens or if it's this product, so that's why I still ranked it kind of high. But it's not greasy. It does blend out. It does do what it's supposed to. It just, for some reason, the shadows still crease in my crease. I don't know if that normally happens because I never notice. But now that I'm trying things, I'm starting to notice. So, in 4th place is the original Power Grip. I have no complaints about it. It's really good. It's just I prefer the two that has more benefits over this one. Again, now that I'm starting to try everything, it's just showing me what I really like in my collection. So, yeah, like I said, no complaints. Next, in 3rd place, is the Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. Again, no complaints. I prefer the matte one over these two. This has great benefits over time if I used it every day, but since I'm trying a lot of things, it's hard to use it every day. Then in 2nd place is the Power Grip Matte. I like how it's mattifying and gripping, and the mattifying portion is very mattifying. Like, I don't think when I used this, the couple of times I did, my oils didn't break through, so that's a plus to that. Then in 1st place in the primer category is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. This is very blurring. It's silky like the one in the pot, but it's very blurring, and I love it. Or like it, whatever. Excuse me. Now, before we get to the next category for rating, I'm just going to quickly talk about my foundation. This is the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is medium buildable coverage, and it's long lasting and has hydrating benefits. I do see the hydrating benefits. It doesn't dry out my skin. I love it compared to the color correcting, which is the next one. I forgot. I also need to talk about them quickly. So I love this, and it's good. Next is my color correcting portion. So we're going to talk about them and the way I use them. So the green color corrector, this is the camo color corrector. I love this. It's very blurring, like when I have redness, this blurs the redness fantastically. This is good. And compared to the tone adjusting primer, it works better. The yellow color corrector, I also love. Sorry. Whew. It definitely blurs dullness fantastically. And I love it. Now, my two peach ones, my under eye ones. We have the Camo Color Corrector in Peach and the Putty Color Corrector Eye Brightener in Fair. So this one, I don't prefer one over the other. I'm going to tell you that right now. This one does the same thing this one does. This is just putty. And I honestly expected this to be hard to work with, but it was not. So these are both great options. But since I didn't rate them because I'm just like, there's no point. And then I got the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in blue. This definitely tones down the foundation to where it's more wearable on me. So that works. Alright. Now, my two concealers. I did rank these because there's more than one. In second place is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. And the reason is, it tends to crease easy. I noticed that yesterday, even though I used this one yesterday. But the other day, it didn't crease as bad as the first day did. But this just creases too easy. And I think it's the hydrating portion of it. And then in first place is my 16-hour Camo Concealer. This doesn't crease as easy as the hydrating one. All concealers are going to crease. And I just love how it's mattifying. So when I get it here on my cheeks, it doesn't allow my oils to come through. Alright, next is contour / bronzer. So I got 4 products in this one. And the one that I didn't try is the Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream. Just letting you know that one really quickly. So, in 4th place in this category is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This does not last long. I noticed it starting to break up easy yesterday. I don't know what happened. It didn't last. So. In 3rd place is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Beauty one. This is nice. It definitely contours. It definitely gives that shadow. It's nice. The only complaint I have is the messy applicator. It's the fact that the applicator is so messy. That's the only complaint. So, yeah. In 2nd place is the e.l.f. Bronzing Drops. It has antioxidants and sunflower seed oil. So I love the added benefits to that. This is pure gold, so I love the golden bronze to it. And it works to bronze up the skin. Then I have the e.l.f. Bronzer and Contour from the Camo line. This is extremely pigmented, more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. And it's not patchy. And it works just like the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's just that one's a little more cleaner. Okay. So now all my blushes. Okay. So, in last place on this one is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. The only reason is it is patchy. And I think that's the luminous quality to it. But I also, like, it's patchy, but I like it for the fact that it lasts. But it's just patchy as hell. Then the, in fourth place is the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-Stick. The only reason is it does not last long. It's just I need things that last because, you know, I'm thinking about getting a job and all that. So, I need makeup that's going to last for the time I'm doing the job. Okay. Third place is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This one is not patchy like the luminous one. I love the color. I love how it's a matte instead of a luminous, which makes it not patchy. My only complaint is I can only get a small brush in here. I can't get a big brush. So I gotta use 2 brushes with it. Then the next one is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This one is pigmented. Again, like the liquid bronzer contour. This is pigmented for what it's worth. And it's not patchy. So it's good. Then the last one is the e.l.f. Powder Blush. This is a buildable formula. It's not patchy even though it has a luminosity to it. And I almost don't need highlighter with it. I prefer having highlighter. Alright, speaking of highlighter, we're going to do one really quick. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Highlight Wand. This is good. It's pigmented, it's glowy. Again, the only problem I have is the messy applicator. And that's with any of these wands. So. Now, setting powder. Alright. In last place on this one is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I like the color. I like that it's finely milled. All that. But it's just, this can get too much glow. Even if you only use a little bit. If you have glowy products underneath. So you have to make sure you have matte products underneath with this. In third place is the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. The only complaint I have is that it's a finishing powder, not a setting powder. I don't know how to use finishing powders, so I use it as a setting powder, and that's not what it's meant for. But other than that, it's a silky feeling. It actually sets makeup good for being a finishing powder. It's just I'm not using it what it's intended for, and I don't know. In second place is the Perfect Finish HD powder. This is the press powder version of the HD. It definitely sets concealer perfectly. It can be smoothing to a point. I love how it's a translucent color, so anybody can use it. Then in first place is the HD powder. Again, it's a translucent, so anybody can use it. It sets makeup well. It's finely milled. I love the finely milled part, but it can be messy because it is finely milled, so you just gotta be careful. And you can use it with glowy or matte products. Alright. So now all my brow products. Almost done. I know I talk fast, but when you got as many products to go through as I do, you tend to talk fast. Alright, and I also gotta call Hopewell today. Alright, so in last place on this one is the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel. Only reason is it doesn't have hold. I don't know if tinted brow gels are supposed to have hold. It's just a color thing, like extra color. So, I don't know. But it just, I don't know. I don't like it. Then in fourth place is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. I mean, it has a stronger hold than the Wow Brow, but any brow gel is gonna have a stronger hold. But it's still not strong enough. But I do like how it's in a pot instead of in a tube. Then I have the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. This, out of the 3 gels I have, has the strongest hold. And it's getting dirty. This has the strongest hold. I love the application method, how it has the brush with it. So you don't even need to use an extra spoolie like with the Brow Lift. Now out of my 2 brow pencils, in second place is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil, the regular one. It's just a more natural brow and it's not creamy enough. The shade works because my hair is getting darker. The shade works. I love the big spoolie on the side. It's just not creamy enough. But it's not difficult. It's not creamy enough, but it's not difficult to work with either. Then in first place is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil. This is more pigmented for a more bushier brow look. It's creamier. My only complaint is the small spoolie. But it works. Alright, now eyeshadow. Alright. So, I only have 3 in this one. In third place is the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. The reason being is it fades. After a few hours. I didn't notice it the other day unless I used more product the other day than I did yesterday. But I didn't notice that. I do like the little sharpener that comes with it. I did not notice that when I first bought it. But it's still good. In second place is the Liquid Metallic Eyeshadow. The only reason is it also loses its metallic finish. It stays in place, it stays on the eyes, it doesn't transfer. It loses its metallic finish throughout the day. And in first place is the Bite Size eyeshadow palette. The reason being it's blendable, it's pigmented, and it's great for travel. That's what I also look for. It's great for travel. So, now all my eyeliners. That's an eyeliner. These two are eyeliners. That's not an eyeliner. That's an eyeliner. And there's my last one. Alright. So in 5th place, which is last place for this one, is the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. There's the reason. It's just too thick and too wide. And with me having small eyes, it can get too dark too fast. Then the next one is the e.l.f. Smoky Kohl Eyeliner Pencil. It's pigmented. It's creamy, but it just doesn't last on watery eyes. So I'm probably just going to have to wear it underneath my waterline and then just tie it in. Because it lasted on the top, but just not the bottom, which is weird. In 3rd place is the Precision Liquid Eyeliner. This is just personal preference. It's pigmented and does last. I just, again, don't like these type of brushes. And the brush is not as thin as I thought it would be. Like, even though it says precision, it was still a thick line. Next is the e.l.f. Expert Liquid Liner. Again, I just don't like these type of brushes or application. I like either a pencil or a pen, but that's just personal preference. It's pigmented, it lasts, it definitely has a thinner line than the Precision. And I've also heard people say it creeps. It did not creep on me. So, then last is the actual e.l.f. just regular eyeliner pen. This one is good. It's pigmented. It lasts. The felt tip adds a thin line, or you can make it thicker. I like not too thin, but not too thick either. Just like right in the middle. Alright. Now, my mascaras. So in 5th place is the e.l.f. Incredicurl. Only because it weighed my lashes down. My lashes down, but that could have been me. That could have been a user error. I could have put too much on. So I'm doing it for that reason, but that could have been me and not the formula itself. Then the e.l.f. Volumizing Mascara is in 4th place. Because it flakes off easy, but lashes do stay up and curled. And I do like the fact that it's a natural volumizing mascara. And 3rd place is the Lash Beats. So I think I said this doesn't smudge or flake, or maybe it's just me. It's the formula. Because I tried it again yesterday on my bottom lashes. I didn't show it on camera. I took the other one off and it does flake and smudge. So it's the formula, not me. In second place is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. I do like the natural looking lashes. I don't know if it was just me, the reason it looks so natural, or if it's the formula. But the only complaint is the wand, because I did end up poking myself in the eye with it. And then in first place is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. The reason is it's very curling and lifting like it's supposed to be. It doesn't flake or smudge and doesn't weigh down my lashes. So, really quickly, we're going to talk about 3 products that I couldn't rate. The e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Line. This is very creamy. It lines my lips very well. And it's very pigmented. So I like it. Then the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. This is a very exfoliating lip product. It definitely exfoliates the lips. It's very nourishing too. Then the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. This works too. It's very nourishing, and I love it. Alright. Now, all my other lip products. Okay. In 8th place is the e.l.f. Glossy Lip Stain. It's very glossy, and once it wears down, it is a good stain, and it does last as long as you don't put anything on top of it. And I'm starting to like to put things on top of lip products. So this is a personal preference. If you don't like putting gloss or anything on, then you're fine. In 7th place is the Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen. So this definitely works. It's definitely plumping. I noticed that yesterday. I love the click top. So it clicks. So you use the right amount, and it doesn't stay up and risk getting broken in the cap. It's just the tingle for the plumping part. It's just too much for me. So that's just a personal preference again. It's not that the formula is bad. It's just a personal preference. Then in 6th place is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil and the Glimmer Finish, because I could feel the grittiness of the glimmer on my lips every time I put my lips together. So that's the only con. It's very nourishing. It's very hydrating. It has that menthol scent, but I don't mind menthol. Unless it's in a cigarette or a vape. I can't stand those kind of menthol smells. But if it's in makeup, I don't mind it. Weird. Then in 5th place is the Lip Plumping Gloss. It definitely works. It's definitely plumping. And I think that's the reason the other one was too tingly, because this was on top. But for some reason, when I kept rubbing my lips, even having it on top of something else, I could feel the glitter in it. So I can't stand that feeling. In fourth place is the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer. It is glossy, it is non-sticky, it is long-lasting. It's just it can be drying after a while. So that's the only complaint. In third place is the e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipstick. It's pigmented. It's nourishing. It lasts a long time, even through eating and drinking. So I love it. And then in second place is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is nourishing. This is glossy. It layers well with everything. It also has that menthol smell, which I don't mind. And then in first place is the e.l.f. Sheer For It Blush Tint. I love how that it can be used as a blush and a lip tint. So again, it's great for travel. A lot of these products are great for travel. And then last thing I want to talk about is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I love this stuff. I love how it has that ball, so you're really mixing up the setting spray. I love how it really lasts a long time. And I love how my makeup looks with it. Alright, so that is this week's rating. I'm gonna keep all these papers just because I want to look back at this week's rating, see if anything changed on the rating next week, and I will see you guys later when I go to start the next thing, which will be on Friday. So all the weeks will start on a Friday and go to a Friday. This week was just because I already rated everything for this week. Alright, bye guys.